Yeah, it is, because I think at the beginning, so I kind of came across you on Facebook, and I was like, that's what the whole thing about changing behavior around food. That's what kind of appealed to me, because I was like, that's what I totally needed to do. I wasn't ever eating big amounts, but just eating the wrong type of food. And my snacking at night, that was just a disaster, because it was just like, it could be anything. It could be like loads of crisps, loads of peanuts, chocolate, any kind of chocolate bar. And then I'd be like feeling like crap after it, go to bed, no energy the next day. It was just like, I knew, and it was a vicious circle. I knew I had to actually do something about it. But I just didn't realize that it was going to be this easy. Like, it's just the change. The change around behavior came naturally, kind of, because it was like, I suppose I got all the knowledge on, increase your protein and the effects that has. Feeling fuller, obviously, for longer, and the sugar levels, it kind of has an effect on that as well. And so my cravings for sugar reduced. But and as well, I think, because I was always like, yeah, I need to eat when the lads are going to bed. I want to eat my chocolate, whatever. Knowing that, well, because remember you saying like, well, you don't just like give up a bad habit, you replace one habit with another habit. So I was delighted straight away. Yes, I can have popcorn. Yes, I can have purple snack at nighttime. And it wasn't going to be like, God, this is the end of the world. You can't be eating your chocolate. And I actually now I don't, half the time I don't look for a snack or popcorn or anything like that at night, which is great, because as the process has gone on, I've just changed naturally without even thinking about it. So it's like really good, really easy. So I'm surprised, because all along, I suppose, if I was trying to do something like this on my own before, it would be like, oh no, I have to give up this. And then sure, that would only last probably 2 nights and I'd be back. And I just was never able to give up like the sweet things or whatever, like on my own. So that's why I suppose having this call with you every week, and checking in every week, and then the other, you'd be sending text messages and whatever, that was really good and encouraging. And like, it's just like, I don't know, it's just, I can't believe how easy it has been. And just that we're all, like the whole family, it's now easy for them and easier for me, because I'm making dinners now that they're all kind of eating. Whereas before, I'd make dinners for the kids. I'd end up eating like maybe a croissant myself. So that's probably why I think I wasn't eating normal dinners. At the evening, I'd start eating rubbish. And that's the way I was going. All just no nutrition, high calorie stuff. That's what I was eating all the time. But it's so surprising to me that it has, just by making small changes. I'm still eating lovely food because of all the recipes that you've provided. Like, they're lovely. The whole family eat them, and it's really great. It has changed. Yeah, it's changed everything really, because I'm more organized now, and I'm like, right, this is for dinner. I can make a few dinners for, say, a couple of days. I know what the kids are eating. I know what I'm eating, and it frees up my time. And it's just, yeah, we're all feeling better for it. It's like, great.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. How are you feeling now? Actually,
I am feeling like so much better. Like, at the beginning, I was like, I've no energy, because one of my goals, I think, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I need to change what I'm eating, because I knew my eating was just complete rubbish, and I wanted to get more energy. So the time of the year that I started was really good for me, because it was like the end of March, say. So I was like, I want these 3 months to focus on myself, and get this sorted, so that for the summer, I'm going to be like, right, lads are on holidays. I'm going to have more energy to be going off doing this, that, the other. I'm going to feel better myself, like just more motivated to do things, instead of like waking up in the morning, just being like, I feel wrecked. I have no energy, But as well as the food side of it, which obviously is helping. Like, I mean, I would never have been one to eat fruit before. Now I have introduced some fruit. Now I don't eat a lot, but I'm eating some. So obviously that's helping me as well. But I'm also taking the Q10, which I think is really helpful. Yeah, and it's improved every morning. But like I've 1 month of that taken now, so I'm 2 more months of that to finish. Say, so I just the whole thing. It's not because it's not a diet. Like it's just a change, and it's just yeah. It's kind of it's just natural now. Like and I feel as well there was no pressure. Like it's like, okay, if you eat whatever today, it doesn't mean you go, right, forget it. I'm after eating whatever, so I might as well just forget what I've been doing. It's just like start again the next day. And if you overeat on one day, it's not going to make all the difference. You can just continue again as you are. So it's just like very easy, and never did I feel kind of guilty about eating anything nice. Do you know what I mean? I still go out and have my dinner. We're going out next Saturday night, can't wait. And I'm like, that's grand. I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, I can't eat this, can't eat that. I'll eat whatever I want. And I know I'll just be kind of, I suppose, more mindful about what I'm eating coming up to it, maybe the day before or whatever. But like, yeah, it's just great. It's just easy. Didn't think it would be this easy. I just, I was hoping, because when I saw the whole thing about changing your behavior, that's what got to me, and that I went like, yeah, this is definitely what I need. And I can't actually believe that it's working, because I have lost inches, a good few inches, and I have lost weight. And like, I suppose weight as well, I was kind of stuck on, oh, I need to lose, I know kind of at the beginning I was like, oh, I better lose how many pounds, blah, 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 blah. But it wasn't for a while there. It was kind of stuck. And I was kind of going up and down, up and down. And I was like, oh, I couldn't understand it really. But learning about it with you, and, just getting the knowledge and knowing that my measurements were going down. So with my measurements going down, I was doing something right, and it was actually working. And now my measurements are still dropping, and my weight is dropping. It's like it seems to have caught up, that my weight is just coming down as well. And it's just, I don't know, it's just very, very natural. And it's, yeah, definitely the best thing I have done. Feel good, feel very positive, feel better about myself, feel definitely more energy, and feel like I'll go, yeah, sure, I'll go out for a walk, no bother. Whereas before I'd be like, oh my God, no, I can't cope. But I feel it's all around, I feel good in myself. So yeah, so that's brilliant. And
Yeah.
actually, yeah, and like the family as well, like my eldest, he'll eat whatever I put in front of him anyway. So he's eating healthier. My husband is eating healthier. He has just lost weight as well without doing anything else, but knows like he feels better for it. He's not like bloated, whatever. And my youngest, who's a picky eater, I mean, he's now eating like chicken fillets, air fried with like different pasta salads, which before he'd be like, I want chicken nuggets and potato waffles. And I'm like, like, it's crazy. It's just
How much
really.
weight did your husband lose, did you say?
He weighed himself before Christmas, and I think he was like 84.4 or something. And now he's just over 76 kgs. Yeah.
Okay.
So no, he wasn't weighing himself every day or whatever, but it's just, and people have said, my God, you're after, like, what happened to you? You've lost weight, like, but it's just because he's eating, like at night as well, you see, I'd be eating, I used to be eating like my chocolate and all the rest of it. And he'd be sitting there as well watching telly, and he'd be like, oh, sure, give me a square there or whatever. So he'd just pick, even though he wouldn't ever go to the press to get whatever, but I would, but then he'd just naturally eat. So now he's just not eating either. He's not eating the rubbish either. So really good. Yeah. And it doesn't feel like it's not a diet. It's definitely not a diet. It's just changing how you eat, I think. And it's really good. It's like even when we go out, like my drink before would have been like vodka and Coke. And I've been like, yeah, has to be like regular Coke. There's no way I would ever have drank Diet Coke or anything. And now I'm drinking Coke Zero or Diet Coke or Pepsi Max. And it's like I don't see any. It's perfectly fine. Whereas before, I don't know. Sometimes it's psychological. It's like no, I just don't want it. But yeah, and I can have these drinks without thinking, oh my god, so many calories. I don't think like that at all. It's just being mindful, and I think the knowledge that I have received now in the last number of weeks, I kind of know, I know like, oh yeah, well, I won't bother with that now because I know there's a high calories. Whereas before I wouldn't have been counting calories at all, and I'd just be like, sure, look, I'll eat whatever. And then my weight was just gradually going up, up, up over the last couple of years. So yeah, it was just, I wanted to lose that stone, say, before it kind of got out of control, where I was at a place where I was like, oh no, I really need to lose 2 stone. So, because obviously it would be harder and longer. But yeah, couldn't be happier, couldn't be, yeah, it's definitely the best thing that I've done for myself. And yeah, but the rest of them here have benefited as well, for sure. So yeah.
Yeah. And what other kind of things had you actually tried before?
So I tried last year because it was my son's communion. So I was like, Noom, Noom this.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. But it was like, there was like red, it was color coded, red food, like green food, yellow food, or whatever. And you log the food you eat then, and it's like, oh no, you had too much red food today. And for me, it just wasn't for me. It was like you have to reduce the amount of this, and it was just like no. And I did like, I mean, I was like going okay because I felt like I was on a diet. I was restricting myself, and I was if I went too much in the red, I was like going oh no, I was just like it was just not good. And I did lose a couple of pounds, but like I think I lost like about 4 or 5 pounds just coming up to the communion. But then I was like, forget that now. Like I didn't bother with it anymore. And just yeah, and then kind of started going up and up and up again. But this is different because it's not a diet. Because it's not like it just becomes part of every day. Because you just change your way of thinking about food and looking at food, and it's not hard work. It's like, of course, at the beginning you need to kind of focus on tracking your food and yeah, staying within your calorie deficit and everything. But you're still eating really nice food. There's loads of lovely recipes. It's just being organized. You just have to get organized. I was never organized. I was just never. Now I'm more organized, definitely when it comes to food, and it makes all the difference. It's just like, yeah, dinner is done. Don't even have to think about it. And they're lovely, lovely dinners. It's just really nice. It's I suppose, the first thing that I've done where, you don't feel guilty if you kind of eat a slice of chocolate cake or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You don't feel, oh my God, I'm after eating this now, so there's no point in carrying on. Just like start from the beginning again. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned it's easy a few times, and and I suppose saying that it doesn't feel like a diet.
Yeah.
But that's probably because when you change your habits.
Yes.
When something becomes habit, you don't need motivation or willpower.
Yeah.
But something is a habit. Like when you get up every morning and to brush your teeth, you don't feel like it's such quick to do that because that's a habit. So
yeah.
That's probably why for you it feels so easy, because it's the behavior change.
It's the behavior change, yeah. And I suppose because I've never done something where, yeah, you just kind of focus on the behavior change as opposed to, oh, you need to cut this out, cut that out, you know, because even when I tried to do things myself, I was going, oh, I was even going, oh, I must stop now having sugar in my tea, or I must stop doing this, stop doing that. Sure, they weren't making, they were just not helping at all. And it just didn't last. Then, you know, get headaches. Whereas now I'm like, yeah, I'll get up in the morning, I'll have my tea with sugar, great. You know, I'll have, if I want a slice of toast, I'll have a slice of toast. Before, my breakfast used to be like a slice of toast and a cup of tea. But now I have my protein smoothie or whatever. Every morning I'd have my smoothie. So that's just a habit now, like, and it's just natural and normal. I will naturally think for lunchtime I'll eat something with protein in it. Instead of before, I would have had maybe a croissant and a cup of coffee. Like, there's no comparison, you know, and it's just habit, like, it's total habit. It's just, yeah, I couldn't dream of going back eating that type of food now, because it's just ridiculous. I mean, now that I'm out of it, I kind of going, oh my God, how did I eat like that for so long, you know? But yeah, but that's, yeah, it is. And I know I've said it, it's easy. It's just changing the habit. And it's like able to do it. I think definitely having to speak to you every week. It's like, right, I'm changing my habit, but this is what, and you know, setting up goals for the next like week. This is what I'm doing for the next few days, and then we talk. And if something wasn't easy, what can be done to change that, you know, to make it easier for the next week, or you know, just to have your guidance, I suppose, every week. Whereas if I was told, you know, here's change the habit, which would be fine, but I needed the weekly check-in for sure to kind of keep it up, because you break it down into, you're only thinking about the next week, and that's another part of it that makes it easier to kind of go, right, you're not thinking too far ahead, you're just very small weekly, let's do this for this week, and then you see the results every week, see the results. So yeah, changed goals up then, yeah, to suit. So yeah.
So with the knowledge, and after going through this process now, could you ever imagine yourself doing another, like a diet or something?
No way, there's no way. I mean, it's just a diet, going on a diet to me is just like, no, like, because that for me is like, oh yeah, sacrificing something. There is no way. This isn't a diet. This is just changing a habit, knowing, like, getting the knowledge around food, eating mindfully. Like, the way I was eating before was ridiculous. I used even, I never counted calories, whatever, unless I was trying to go on a diet, and that would be pure, I must cut this out. No way, because this is so easy. It's not a diet. It's just change your habit. And once you get into those habits, it's just natural. Like, I would never think of going back. I wouldn't want to. Like, I'll never go back to eating that kind of food. even when I'm out now and I'll go out for dinner, I'll be like, I actually look at the menu and I just be like, instead of just going for, oh yeah, that's lovely, I'll eat that. Everything is obviously nice in the menu. I'm totally enjoying my food, but I'll be more aware of what I'm eating. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll eat something like with high protein now probably, but I would. I mean, I love going out. I'll have a nice steak and whatever, fabulous, whatever. I wouldn't eat too much chips, but it's just naturally in my mind. I mean, there's nobody saying you have to just like watch what you eat when you go out either. But it's just how I'm thinking now about everything, you know, even when I go out. As well as that, takeaways. I've got one takeaway, and it was nasi goreng since I started this process. We used to have like 2 takeaways a month of Indian and, you know, heavy korma sauce and all this. I have no interest in those now anymore. Like, nobody misses them in the house either. That's just kind of stopped, because we're having nice, good dinners anyway. So, and I've been more prepared. Like on a Saturday, it'd be like one, oh yeah, I've nothing for dinner. Come on, we'll get a takeaway, you know. And it's just, and the kids are eating one between them. So we're all eating. It's fine to get a takeaway every now and then. I'm not saying that, but it's just we were having them too often. So that alone as well. And we don't even think about it. We don't even miss it. You know. So,
Yeah. And finally, then, what would you say to anyone who might be watching this and is, apprehensive about getting in touch, even just to have a chat, first of all,
Oh, yeah, I would say definitely have a chat. I mean, if anybody is anyway like me and was like trying something that wasn't working, wasn't able to do it on their own, this is brilliant. You would like, it's not a diet, it's easy to do. You have like, if somebody signed up, they'd have you every week to talk things through. It's not just like food. Like, I mean, I'm now taking my Q10. It's my overall kind of health that you look at as well. It's just, and it's like, yeah, invest a bit of time in yourself. I mean, and it benefits the whole family. Like it has for us. I'd never go back. Never ever go back. It's just brilliant. Yeah, I can't believe how easy it has been. That's what has worked for me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
I would definitely go for it. And when you go for getting in touch and get more information and understand, it's just, you'll want to do it. You'll be so motivated to do it. Because yeah, when I saw you on Facebook, I was like, yeah, the behavior thing, I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. And then after speaking to you the first time, it all made so much sense. And then there's all the information that, you send on all the other information and recipes and everything. It's just, yeah, so much help, so much guidance. Just everything makes sense when you think about it around food and everything. So yeah, and just general well-being. Like I'm happier in myself. Like I'll be happier going off on holidays now in August, and I just feel better about myself. And that's in August. We're only in June, so I might lose another stone by the time I get.
Yeah, I mean, it's we were just chatting there before, and this is just week 9.
Yes,
only 9 weeks that we've been.
9 weeks. Yeah. It's
amazing progress already.
It is. Yeah. I can't actually. Yeah, I can't believe that some of my jeans are too big. Yeah, it's great. Delighted. Like I'm so happy with the way things have changed, with the way I'm feeling, like more energetic, I feel lighter in myself. I'm not bloated. It's obviously to do with food. I suppose the whole, like, I remember as well, you were saying, because I would have been like, oh my God, I have to like walk to lose whatever. And it was like, you were saying, well, it's like when you're losing weight is 80% food or nutrition and then 20% exercise. So I was like, oh my God, that made me feel okay because I didn't have to feel pressure into like running around the place. But even that, like, I mean, I am more motivated to go out and walk and everything. I just think, for myself and summer, I know I will be out and about more often now, like, but yeah, I don't know what I'm going to say there really.
Okay, so
there's nothing well-being, like, I mean, I feel great. I feel, happier in myself, happier in my clothes. I'm gonna feel better about going on holidays. Just have more energy to get up and do stuff with the lads now that they'll be finishing school next week. Like Jesus, it's great. I feel very happy about obviously my results at the end of the week. Like weight is down, measurements down again this week, and it's week 9, and I'm not even really thinking about what I'm doing. I am without thinking about what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. I'm mindful eating. I'm not, and it's because of what I've learned in the last few weeks. I'm not like going crazy eating loads of chocolate and ice cream and all the rest of it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But as well as that, because I would have been very fluidy, and like I've like lymphatic drainage, doing that kind of brushing when I get a chance, and also going for like lymphatic massage every month as well. So it's all nice for my head and my fluidy legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But so it's not just, I suppose, if somebody's doing this, it's about the whole person. It's about like how you feel, what you want, your food. The food has a huge bearing on how you're actually feeling. Like, I've never felt, let's say, as good as this. Because sure, I wasn't eating, oh my God, I wasn't eating any nutritional food at all. I might be good with a breakfast or a lunch, but yeah, no. This is, I'm able to do this continuously, and it's like, it's great. It's no big, I'm not making any sacrifices. I don't feel it anyway. It's all habit, as you say. It's a habit. Once you get into the habit of doing something, and it's like coming naturally to me. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's great. Yeah, well, you deserve it. You deserve to feel good in yourself, and and that's all. Yeah.
I'm delighted. Yeah, I'm actually going to buy a new pair of jeans, I think, this week.
Yeah, definitely. That's yeah.
Oh,